Hey everyone, I'm Armor Gaming, welcome back to my channel and welcome to Monster Legends. I am super excited to make this video because it's kind of like a sneak peek video, but also kind of like a rumors Monster Legends video. So, the rumor right now is that there's going to be another Colossal breeding event, and this time it is going to be nature-based. So, the last one was fire-based, this one is rumored to be nature-based. If you weren't around for the Colossal breeding events or you're unfamiliar with it, let me explain it real quickly. Basically, for 24 hours, we could breed any legendary monster we wanted of that specific element. So, when it was the Fire Colossal breeding event, you could literally breed any fire monster. And I mean, literally any. Well, actually there was some exclusions, but I don't remember who it was. I think Lord Pumpseed, I don't think he was actually breedable, but everyone else, Nitro Blaster, Mephisto, Marquise, also not Barbael, he's a Warmaster, there's only one way to get him, but Drakor, the exclusive monster, the elite monsters, Kane, they were all breedable, and not just them. You see how I have all these Nemesis monsters right here? I did not purchase them, I never purchased Lucifer, I got them via the breeding event. In fact, I got a couple of them because once again, they were completely breedable in a 24-hour period. So if I go to Legendary and I go to Fire, check this out. Look at all those Lucifers. I have a ton of Lucifers. There's Hal Taser, there's Hope Freezer, there's another Hal Taser, there's another Hope Freezer right there. Mephisto, I also, if you would have seen my account a few days ago, I had a ton of Mephistos, but I've been extracting them from monster cells. So if I check my vault and I sort by fire, you're gonna see a lot of Mephistos, 340, because I bred a bunch of him and I extracted him. And I actually have right now, I am extracting a Hal Taser, I believe. So yeah, that's the Colossal breeding event. For a 24-hour period, you're going to be able to breed pretty much any single nature monster, with the exception, I imagine, of Warmaster Zara, and there may be another one, probably not, I don't know. The reason Lord Pumpseed wasn't breedable was because he was that Halloween exclusive one, but I don't know. So that's awesome, right? It's super awesome, 24-hour period, so be able to breed anyone. The only thing is, and I imagine this will come up where players are like, oh, of course they're doing that. Legendary monsters aren't powerful, mythic monsters are out. Let's be honest, guys. There's a lot of legendary monsters that still kick butt, and there's a lot that still kick a lot of the mythic monsters' butts. So I would focus on that monster, whatever nature monster it may be. And maybe you should get yourself the Nemesis monsters, because if there's a Nemesis survival dungeon, guys, the Nemesis survival dungeons are the reason this account has a ton of diamond relics, because being able to complete those Nemesis survival dungeons, you get a diamond relic chest, and that's how I've been able to acquire a lot of my diamond relics. You also get a bunch of orbs, you also get a bunch of gems. So it might be worth picking up a Nemesis monster during one of these Colossal breeding events and be able to beat the Nemesis survival dungeon. If you want to get the VIPs, you could also get the VIPs, so it's just for collectors out there. It's a pretty nifty event, right? Especially when it's guaranteed. Like if you activate your breeding guardian and it's maxed out with 10 gems, if you want to speed it up, you have yourself a legendary guaranteed. Now, the only thing about this event is that it is going to require you to combine a lot of epic monsters, perhaps. It's going to require you to combine a lot of legendary monsters, perhaps. The jokers aren't available in the breeding event. Maybe, what's his name? Erdicus will be a breeding joker that can be used since he's exclusive. I don't know. But regardless, that's the rumor, right? There's going to be a Colossal nature breeding event. So I thought for this video, I would just prepare you guys and kind of go through all the nature monsters, give you guys my opinion on who is worth it, who isn't worth it, who should you spend time and resources on, and all that fun, great stuff. So with that being said, let's jump into it. But before that, I should also mention, last time, what ended up happening is that the combinations are, they're not, SocialPoint is not going to give out the combinations. They're going to be like, hey, if you guys can find it, that's awesome. So what players did was they were active on Discord, they were active on Facebook, and as soon as someone found a really good combination, they would post it. So that way everyone had access to it. So that's why for the first few hours, a lot of players, I guess, were just trying different combinations. So what ended up happening is probably 2 or 3 hours into the event, we had the combination for Kane, we had the combination for Mephisto, we had a combination for some of the Lucifers, not all of them, and then a few more of them came out later. Drakor was another exclusive elite monster that was hard to get. His combination came out, so it's an awesome event if it does happen, and I mean, it's probably going to happen. So with that being said, let's go through it. The first nature monster, he's breedable. Obviously, if they have this little breeding thing right here, they're breedable, so don't waste your time on them. I would probably recommend you pick yourself up an Amestrinus and a Laumu right now if you can breed them. If you don't know how to breed them, watch my How to Breed Legendary video. But if, just in case they're used for a breeding combination, which I imagine they will be, so you might want to go ahead and breed them now. Virus, not worth it. Lagercon, not worth it. Roasty, not worth it. Cyan, not worth it. Flirty, General Alsis. Oh, I think the Generals also aren't breedable since they're available in the team shop. Sarah, not worth it. Judgment, Golden, Conklin. So far, all of these monsters are not worth it, with the exception if you just want to pick them up to complete a specific chapter in a book, or for collecting purposes. But other than that, not worth it. Also, the Brave VIP monster, not worth it. Apex, nope. Drakor, nope. Plymouth, nope. Alsa's pet is available in the team shop. Sylvanus, nope. Fightrier, nope. Kiridar. So Kiridar is a monster that used to be one of the more elite monsters. Very powerful. Unfortunately though, not worth it in the current meta. Guava Juice, the Monster Legend based YouTube monster, has a lot of AoEs. Not worth it, I would say. Petroloa, not worth it. Down. So far, none of these are really worth it. Yiltris, Side Lotus. Side Lotus is one of my favorite nature monsters. I will say in the current meta of nature monsters, he's a little outclassed, but he's still a pretty good one. He can drain stamina, he has an extra turn skill, he can do possession, so I still like him a lot. He was like one of the go-to nature monsters for a while, especially when you compare like all the nature monsters. For a lot of time, nature was lacking, so when Side Lotus came out, it was like, oh, finally, a pretty good nature monster. So I think I would still pick him up. Apparently I don't have one. I thought I did. It might be in my baby count. I would pick one up to have. Yeah, I missed the little guy. Clivia, I didn't even know this monster was breedable. It must have been one of the new 2020 breedable monsters. I probably need to make an updated video. So, unfortunately, not worth it. Limmy Force, not worth it. Okiawa, not worth it. But I noticed he's in storage. I should probably hatch him because, again, you never know who you're going to need. And Nadael. To be honest, Nadael is one of my more favorite monsters. I recommend the Flutter. He can do freeze. Pyromancer is also good since you'll have the elemental advantage. But I gotta say, from all the VIPs, sorry, not the VIPs, from the Nemesis monsters, he's one of my more favorite ones. He has total damage reduction. He just has great skills from what I remember. So I would definitely think about picking him up. Again, Flutter or Pyromancer for sure. Shork is, I would say, still pretty good. He can give himself Sea Hater, if I'm not mistaken, in an extra turn. So he's a sea monster killer. He can literally OTK Thalassa. So he's worth picking up. He's a team race monster, so maybe you have him. You could potentially rank him up to rank 4. So he's one of the ones that I would say is more technically worth it, but overall, like, Borjork, definitely not worth it. I think he's an attacker, but he's also very good at support because he has like a triple damage skill. But I think you can do without Borjork. Alpha, not worth it. Furious Robin. I don't know why I like this monster a lot. It has like a double evasion skill, single evasion skill, but not really that great of a monster. I just like it. Alsa's Bodyguard is a team race monster, a team shot monster. Lord Mindsen, I believe he can do possession, but not worth it. Super Fazzle, I think he was also good when he came out, but currently nope. Talika, team race monster, I like her because she can do double stun. So if a monster has Harden, Bulwark, whatever, higher likelihood for the stun to actually land. She has an AoE version and a single version. She has a skill that can clear negative effects. She can give a 40% shield. She can give double damage and clear negative effects, so I like her a lot. But is she worth it? I think you can skip out on her. This monster, not worth it. Fatted, when he came out, he's a team race monster. I love the fact that you can do revival, 2 types of revival, called Resurrection. It does come with a kind of a side effect that your monster will die after 1 or 2 turns, depending which one you do. But one of them revives with triple damage, another one with double damage. So I like him for that, but I think there's so much better revival monsters now currently in the game, so you can do without him. Charmless, the Voltic. The nature Voltic, but arguably better. He can make the monster weak to nature attacks before dealing nature attacks. If you partner this monster with Madam Fusion, the game is pretty much yours. If the enemy doesn't have Anticipation monster, the game is pretty much yours. He can hold a mask, he can hold a sword, I believe. So, fantastic monster. All the extra turners are good, assuming you don't face an Anticipation monster. Warmaster Zara's a Warmaster. Sergeant Hothead, very interesting monster because he introduced this Resurrection block, but never seen this monster used. Not a very good monster, other than the fact that he can block Resurrection. So nope, you can do without him. Treatapog, you can do without him. Yimberber, I like Yimberber. I think Yimberber is a good attacker, immune to control. So, you know, anytime a monster is immune to control, that's good. Never really got the chance to utilize her. I think this was, when Yimberber was released, it was kind of that time zone where a lot of good monsters were being released, where it was one right after another. So even though, it took me a while. I think this was a quest monster or something, so it took me a while to get it. It's a good monster, but I think you can do without. O'Reilly. So this is going to be my recommendation, hands down. O'Reilly is phenomenal. Dodge area. That's one of the biggest reasons why, right? You've seen Wormlad with dodge area. phenomenal. And then also immune to possession. So just like Warmaster is immune to stun and dodge area, this monster can be possessed and you evade all AoEs. Aside from that, this monster has denial. This monster can cleanse. So if your ally gets denied and O'Reilly goes next in the turn order and wasn't attacked thanks to your dodge area, you can cleanse whatever was on your enemy. Here, let me actually search him to go through his skill set, because he's my #1 go for this monster. If I go to skills, so let's just go through them. Fun Dungeon removes positive effects from all enemies, so he has a cleansing skill, so if you fight Elvira, doesn't matter, cleanse, moderate special damage, and a random negative effect. So 1 night of fun, bleed and poison, this you don't really need. I think Fun Dungeons is a skill you have to run on this monster. Here's your AoE denial, AoE stun. Better than remove positive effects from one enemy, you can do without that. You have a total damage reduction, so 100% damage reduction, so the enemy won't deal any damage. So really good against these super powerful, strong mythics. We have a damage reduction for everyone. Hard dungeon, so I think the other two are... Oh, he's here to help. This one removes all negative effects from one ally, applies a random positive effect to one ally. So imagine you give your ally like a triple damage, a double damage, and then deal some serious damage. O'Reilly is the go-to. He can hold a mask and a staff. Cane of Atlantis, anyone? Any powerful mask? So for sure, that is my 100% #1 legendary recommendation. Still very good even in the world of mythic monsters. You have Silverleaf, another very powerful monster with the evolving trait. If you can get this monster rank 3, you are immune to possession, you have a immunity to possession and corruption for your whole team, and you have the hardened trait yourself. Just a very good denier and possession monster. Here, let me search this monster up so I can go through the skill set of Silverleaf. So change skills, non-violent disobedience, removes negative effects from all allies. So it's a cleansing skill and removes 75% of stamina from all enemies. 75, that is so good. On top of that, look, AoE possession and poison. So turn 1 you possess, enemy waste stamina attacking themselves. Turn 2, 75% stamina drain. It's crazy. It's good. You have a skill mirror for your whole team with a life regen, so even if you take damage, you reflect and you get recovered. You have a single possession poison, good for dodge area. And let's see, another skill mirror for yourself this time. And a 50% drain, yeah, 50% stamina drain. What else do we have? Rites of Passage, apply skill mirror to itself, and smoke. So yeah, great nature monster. So O'Reilly and Silverleaf, 2 really good nature legendaries back to back. And let's scroll all the way down. Or whoops, I forgot to sort by nature. So now let's scroll all the way down. Gerlich, you don't need this monster. This was a team race monster. He introduced the baby mechanic, which honestly, not even, like, I love the baby mechanic, but on this monster, it's whatever, you don't need it. Wicca, fantastic monster, but Forsakens are actually gonna be the other monsters that aren't breedable. So sorry Wicca, not gonna be breedable. You have Yedra. I've never used this monster, I don't even know what she does, to be honest. I think she's a quest monster, so don't know what she does. That area reverse healing could be super useful in a world of relics, that's for sure. I've had, oh my gosh, the number of times I fought a General Holster's bodyguard and he does reverse healing, and my Nazar, for example, Alsa's amulet activates and just kills. Oh my gosh, so annoying. So the reverse healing mechanic itself could be good, and then immunity to torture could be good. Herself, I don't recall what she does. I'm not going to bother searching her because, again, Silverleaf and O'Reilly are the go-tos. Grakon is the other go-to. He is the must-have nature monster, more than O'Reilly. Sorry, O'Reilly. If I had to do a priority, it would be get Grakon. If you see him in, if you look at my multiplayer, I'm in a low trophy league, but if you go to like Legendary 3, Legendary 2 league, there are so many 130 Grakons out there. The fact that SocialPoint gave such a powerful monster in the Legends Pass for free is phenomenal. And then the fact that you can actually rank him up because he's an elite monster, not Forsaken, it's phenomenal. So if you don't have Grakon, now is the time to get this monster because he is a must-have. And then we have another Forsaken, then we have the new Breeding Joker. I would say this is a good Breeding Joker. It's basically the Hukuai of natures, or the Ugluk of natures. I would say pick this monster up. For one, it actually is really good, right? Having anticipation, having immune to bleed, immune to control. That's really good. But honestly, just the fact that it's a breeding joker and you can use it for future breeding events, you want one. So get this monster. So if I have to reprioritize, if this monster is breedable, get this monster. But then your 3 priorities should be Grakon, O'Reilly, Silverleaf, and of course Nae. And last time SocialPoint had this Colossal breeding event, they also did the events where you get points every time you hatch a legendary monster. You get points every time you rank up a legendary monster. So what you were actually able to do last time, it was phenomenal because of that event. If you would have done the gem pack, right, for $50, the 1700 gem pack when it's on sale, thanks to that event where you could rank up a monster, you were actually able to get 2 of the VIP monsters, of the Nemesis monsters, rank them up to rank 5, and then thanks to the gems from the event, you would be able to also get like a level 10 rune, and then you'd be able to take another nature monster to rank 5. So 3 rank 5 monsters for $50 essentially, 2 of them being Nemesis monsters. That's pretty crazy. And again, like, even though the Nemesis monster might be outclassed to current legendaries, if you can still get benefit from the Nemesis Survival Dungeon, it might be worth it. So just some food for thought there. So this has been a Monster Legends rumor video on the Colossal Nation Breeding event, which will likely happen. So I would also recommend, if you don't care so much for Van Decken, the current monster that is going to be available with this progressive event, you might want to save up gems for this Colossal Breeding event, especially if you're free to play and you're not going to buy gems. You know what, just save a couple gems so that you can do it. Make sure you don't activate your Guardian anytime soon because you might be needing it soon. And again, if you activate your Guardian, it's only 10 gems to speed a hatch if you will need to speed it. You could just wait the 9 hours, 11 minutes, and then the hatching, maybe speed some of that to get a couple more. So if you have like 100 gems, you could probably do like 8 legendaries or maybe 12 legendaries. Oh no, it's 24 hours, right? So you could maybe do like, yeah, you could probably get like 8 legendaries with 100 gems, which would be crazy, right? So again, I would, if anything, I would probably start hatching any nature legendary you have. Like for example, I need to start hatching, so let me go to storage, let me go to rarity, legendary, element, nature, and oh, I have a couple, but Okyawa, he's one that I don't have actually somewhere in here. So start hatching them, and then so you want to be ready for when this event starts, because who knows what the combination is going to be. But with that being said, that is pretty much going to be it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know in the comments below, who do you think should be #1 priority? Do you agree with me that it should be Grakon? Well, technically the Breeding Joker, Erdicus, but like overall, who do you think should be the #1 monster, nature monster you go for if there is a Colossal Breeding event? And what do you think about SocialPoint doing a Colossal Breeding event? Any thoughts in the comments below? Thank you very much, and I will see you all next time.